Hello again, everybody. I'm Paul the Nitro Skywars. Welcome back to part 2 of this month's edition of the Nitro Corner. Thanks for joining us. Time to get into some analysis now. Let's talk about Charlotte Flair. She is now the 3-time women's champion. Where does she go from here? Well, from what I could see, there's already 2 viable contenders for that title besides Sasha Banks, who'll probably get her rematch. Bayley's one, Nia Jax is another one. Bayley already has, I think, 2 victories over Charlotte, and there's many rumors going around that she could be the next women's champion. We'll just see what happens. Bayley has the skill, the intense fortitude, and the guts to be women's champion. And let's talk about Nia Jax. Unbelievable. 245 pounds of mass destruction. I mean, if I was Charlotte, I'd be quaking in my boots, literally. Nia Jax has been undefeated since coming to Raw. No one has been able to beat her yet. We'll see what happens when Nia Jax challenges Charlotte for the Women's Championship down the road. And oh, don't forget, Sasha Banks has a rematch clause in her contract. She wants a rematch too, so there's 3 strong contenders for the Women's Championship. That's where Charlotte's going right now. Let's talk about Team Blue versus Team Red. Smackdown versus Raw. The main event for the Survivor Series tomorrow night on pay-per-view. And as I am taping this Nitro Corner the day before Survivor Series, my opinion is the one factor I'm going to look for in this main event is friction. You know, AJ Styles and Dean Ambrose don't like each other. You know, Kevin Owens and Seth Rollins don't like each other. Chris Jericho and Roman Reigns don't like each other. Heck, no, Braun Strowman does not like his entire team. It's all going to come down to team unity. What faction are going to snap first? Who's going to get stabbed in the back first? It's a unique type of philosophy entering this year's Survivor Series. Who do you trust? That's going to be the main question heading into not only the main event of the Survivor Series, but the other Survivor Series bouts. And on a side note, please, the State of the Union, waste of time. All this is hype for the pay-per-view. And Stephanie repeating herself, Team Raw will beat Team Smackdown this Sunday on pay-per-view. Who cares? It's all hype. Stop it. Really? We have enough of the hype. Enough. Let's do the pay-per-view tomorrow night on pay-per-view and on the WWE Network. Pure and simple. So don't forget, look for team unity as a main factor in those bouts at the Survivor Series. Moving on now, let's talk about Gallows and Anderson. They are getting serious about tag team gold. You could see it in their ring work. They are not playing around. They're not joking around. They now know that the competition is very, very intense for those tag team championships. And I predict right now that Gallows and Anderson could be the next WWE tag team champions next year. If they are not by next year, I wouldn't be too surprised to see them go to Raw and win the SmackDown Live tag team titles. They are getting very serious now about going after tag team gold. That's the WWE analysis for this month. Moving on to Ring of Honor, let's talk about the Kingdom. Big upset in the 6-man tag team tournament when they beat the Bullet Club on national TV. I saw it myself. Unbelievable. The Kingdom. And now they're really challenging the Bullet Club. Will the balance of power shift? I can't believe I'm going to say this. Yes. And it may happen probably by WrestleMania time. Think about it. The Kingdom versus the Bullet Club. If you ever see their 6-man tag, watch it. You could see the balance of power shifting. You can see the Bullet Club's tactics may not automatically work against the Kingdom, who has figured out what the Bullet Club is going to be using each and every time. So, yes, there could be a balance of power shift, and it could be by April, WrestleMania time. Moving on now, the race is on for the tag team titles. Such a deep, deep pool of tag team talent going after the Young Bucks. Again, you got the Kingdom. Any one of those three gentlemen in the kingdom could be the next tag team champions. Mark and Jay Briscoe will get their shot at the Final Battle pay-per-view. I wouldn't be too surprised if the Briscoes, from Delaware by the way, keeping it real of course, will win the tag team titles. When they get healthy, the Motor City Machine Guns are another team. When they get healthy, the Addiction could be the next tag team champions if they can get their act together a little bit and get healthy. It is such a deep, deep pool right now for the tag team title. So the race is on, excuse me, for the tag team championships. Finally, let's talk about Hangman Page. Has Bobby Fish met his match? Yes, because remember the ribs are a little bit hurt right now on Bobby Fish, but somehow Bobby Fish made Hangman Page tap out this past week on Ring of Honor television, but I would not put it past Hangman Page to once again try everything in his power to bring the world's television title to the Bullet Club. If I was Bobby Fish, I would have eyes in the back of my head for not only Hangman Page, but for the rest of Bullet Club. And that's it for Ring of Honor analysis, and that's it for the total analysis this month here on the Nitro Corner. Moving on now, it's back. Trivia time. 2 whole new trivia questions. And I will be revealing the answers to those trivia questions on the Delaware Pro Wrestling Report on December the 5th. Ready? It's trivia time. Here is question number 1. True or false? Pat Patterson was the first Intercontinental Champion to be a guest referee for a WWF title match. Repeat. True or false? Pat Patterson was the first Intercontinental Champion to be a guest referee for a WWF title match. Number 2. How long was Vince McMahon's reign as WWE Champion in 1999? One more time. How long was Vince McMahon's reign as WWE Champion in 1999? I'll have the answers to those questions on the Delaware Pro Wrestling Report on December 5th. Now, time now for Time Machine for the month of November, November 1st to November 30th of the UWF. And oh, by the way, before I go to Time Machine, big shout out and congratulations to Mark James. His new book, The 100 Greatest Memphis Cards of All Time, will be released on Black Friday. You can go to Amazon.com, click on Mark James, or if you're on Facebook, like Mark James Books. Trust me on this one, folks. This looks to be a good one. I'm looking forward to getting it myself. So a big shout out and congratulations to Mark James on his new book, The 100 Greatest Memphis Cards of All Time, will be released on Black Friday, next Friday. Make sure you go to Amazon.com for more information. And please like Mark James Books, all the information you need about his latest releases. Now let's go to Time Machine. UWF, November 7th, 1986, a country whipping match in Houston, Texas, as Hacksaw Jim Duggan and Dr. Dev Steve Williams defeated Terry Gordy and Michael Hayes of the Fabulous Freebirds. In the Detroit Big Time promotion, at the Cobo Hall, November 17th, 1973, The Sheik defeated Bearcat Wright. And then in Memphis, from the Louisville Gardens, on November 18, 1975, the Fabulous Jackie Fargo and Jerry Jarrett defeated the Interns with Dr. Ken Ramey. That's it for Time Machine for this month. Excuse me. And that's it for this edition of the Nitro Corner. And now, before we go, here is the big announcement for December. The next regular episode of the Nitro Corner will be on December 18th. And then, it's Christmas time, it's the holiday season. And with that in mind, it's time for my gift to you, the Nitro Corner Year-End Marathon. Beginning Christmas Day to New Year's Eve, I will have some of the best wrestling action on YouTube from people like like Wrestling Collector and other great channels on the YouTube channel. Trust me, I will pick the best for you each and every day. I'll have themes. Just go to my Facebook page, facebook.com/Paul Skivers. I will give you the themes for these things probably after the Nitro Corner episode on the 18th. Or if I choose, and I probably will, I'll even announce the themes on the Nitro Corner on the 18th. So remember, the Nitro Corner End of Year Marathon, Christmas Day to New Year's Eve. And then, Christmas Day, huge. It's our Nitro Corner Year in Review, including, once again, my pick for the Nitro Corner Wrestler of the Year. Folks, it doesn't get any better than this. Until then, that's it for the Nitro Corner for this month. Until then, I'm Paul the Nitro Skivers saying, so long everybody. We'll see you next time.